Welcome to Devil's Due Movie Review. Today, we're going to cover a movie called Bringing Out the Dead. Martin Scorsese directed film starring Nicolas Cage, Patricia Arquette, John Goodman, Ving Rhames, Tom Sizemore. Pretty stellar cast. It qualifies as a Devil's Due movie review because it had a $55 million budget estimated and grossed $16.7 million worldwide. So it was a financial failure. So we're going to give it another shot. Today I have a special guest. It's my little brother Christopher. And the choice of movie was actually his idea, so we both rewatched it recently, so we can give a updated, fresh take on it.
Hi, I'm Chris.
First thing I would like to say is EMS is a job that I never want to do.
Yeah, it's pretty. I like how it depicts the people that save lives are like really jacked up, messed up people. That's like my favorite part about it because everybody's like, "Oh, you saved my life, you saved my life," but they're just like all alcoholics and adrenaline junkies and.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark comedy to it.
Yeah.
Especially Tom Sizemore. He seems probably the most over the top. And that's a movie with Nicolas Cage in it, and he's more over the top. Yeah. So
Nicolas Cage is more of a subdued kind of performance. He has like 2 or 3 freakouts, but it's mainly like he's the straight man of the movie.
The movie had a lot of colorful characters though, because Tom Sizemore we mentioned, really over the top, kind of violent. There was also Ving Rhames' character. It was like really religious, but at the same time kind of a horn dog.
Yeah.
And I found him pretty amusing.
Yeah, I find him amusing because it's a lot of people around here. Like I know a lot of people that are just like that. Preach the good Lord, but then like, let's go look at some hookers.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I really thought any scene with the security guard at the hospital was funny. Don't make me take off the
sunglasses.
Yeah. So the movie, the tone was a very serious film, but with some spots of humor to keep it from just getting too bleak.
Yeah.
Because the whole plot revolves around he's emergency services, he's a paramedic, and he hasn't been saving lives lately. He's just been, whatever reason, run of bad luck, like people keep dying on him, and it's wearing him down.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know if I could handle that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like anything, you get used to it after a while. But the thing that really attracts me to this movie is like Martin Scorsese. It's a Martin Scorsese film, and he's not really known for his comedies. And even though this is a super dark comedy, it's got some of the funnier moments in any movie that I've seen. And it's just one of those that like. Like you watch Dumb and Dumber or something like that. That's just like this is like my Dumb and Dumber. It's like I can just watch Ving Rhames go crazy, I be banging, and John Goodman, he cracks me up too when he's just that long shot when they're riding in the ambulance and it's just dead silence. It's just a 2-shot and then he's just like, "Oh no!" and he scares Nicolas Cage. He's like, "What? I can't eat the same thing 2 days in a row." I just love it.
Yeah. Something that, speaking of Martin Scorsese and not being known for comedy, like Goodfellas has funny moments in it, but again, not a comedy. Something I was impressed with in the direction of this film was the sped up shots of them like in the ambulance while they're riding around. I thought those shots were cool. And I'm not 100% on if this is true or not, but I heard this and it sounded like a cool story. The scene where Nicolas Cage is in a dream sequence and he's walking around and he sees ghostly hands reaching up from the ground and he reaches down and pulls them up. It's like all the ghosts of people that he couldn't save. I heard a story that Martin Scorsese had everyone act it in reverse so that their actions would look just a little off, a little ethereal, like a little dreamlike. So, like, you're watching it, and they're moving mostly normal, but there's just something in your mind that's like, it doesn't look quite right for some reason.
Well, I see, they shot reverse for the Rose flashback. Like that's all reverse. You can see the snow falling up, and John Goodman's eyes when he blinks is a little weird. That one you can tell is shot in reverse, but the other one I think maybe they shot the ghosts in a lower frame rate or a higher frame rate, and so they look like slow mo, and maybe he's in the shot at regular frame rate. But I don't know if they shot it in reverse. I'd have to watch it again.
Well, I may have mixed up the story, but I remember hearing they shot some of it in reverse.
Yeah, Rose is definitely shot in reverse, where they're he keeps getting the thing into the stomach instead of the lungs. That's definitely shot in reverse because you can tell with the eyes blink. It's like a weird thing going on. But
So critically, I think the movie did decently.
But most Scorsese films do pretty good.
But just no one went to see it.
No.
Yeah.
I think his highest grossing movie is either Wolf of Wall Street or Shutter Island. And that's only like, worldwide, I think it's like maybe $200 million. But he's not a big box office draw. Like Silence with Liam Neeson and Andrew Garfield, I think that was probably like 30 million, and it made it probably made like 5 million altogether. But I mean, it's still highly regarded and excellent score, and nobody talks about him being a box office bomb.
Yeah.
But he does have a lot of them. But also about his comedies too. Is I just rewatched After Hours. You seen that one with Griffin Dunn?
I've never seen that one.
All right. So what I liked about Bring Out the Dead was it's funny and dark, but it's not like mean spirited. Like the comedy doesn't come at like laughing at other people. It's kind of like, this is just crazy. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's just enjoy it. But After Hours, it seemed more mean spirited. Like bad things happen to good people, and it's funny.
I'll have to watch that one because that's one of the few Martin Scorsese movies I haven't seen.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it does have some funny parts, but the comedy seems more like angry at the world than like people are crazy.
Okay. Well, that's it for me. I don't know.
Oh, well, okay. What do you think about what do you think the movie is about? Like the themes?
I thought about that.
Because it does just end abruptly.
It ends abruptly, but it ends after a major decision by the main character.
Well, are you going to do spoilers?
Are
you going to have a spoiler warning?
Yeah, let's do a spoiler warning.
Okay.
From here on, there be spoilers.
Spoilers.
So the whole thing is he's trying to save people's lives, and he's not doing well at it, and it's wearing him down. And he finally seems to be able to rest, like actually rest, once he mercy kills somebody, like euthanizes them. And there's a very strong Catholic undercurrent through the entire film, because there's a scene where he's talking to Patricia Arquette, and they're both talking about like, oh, St. Anthony's, and they have very Catholic backgrounds, and euthanasia in Catholicism is just complete no-go. So I'm not quite sure, and I know Martin Scorsese was, I don't know if he still is or not, but he used to be a Catholic.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what to make of the ending of the movie where he finally finds rest after taking someone's life who was just hanging on indefinitely.
Yeah. See, mine was like always, because he's like struggling with saving people's lives. He's had a low streak, a death streak, and when he finally comes to terms with his ghosts and his past and realizes that like death's a part of life, then he can like let him go, and that's when he finally gets to rest. But also because it does end abruptly, and it's also written by Paul Schrader, who did Taxi Driver. He wrote Taxi Driver. And that movie has kind of like, I don't know, a weird parallel with it. Because it's like the night, New York City, working at night, all the craziness goes on. But that character snaps.
Yeah.
So could that be the same thing with Nick Cage? Is he snapping? Or is he coming to terms with being coming to terms with death?
I think
Because he kills the guy.
Yeah, I think it's more coming to terms though, because
Yeah.
yeah, I don't picture it as snapping.
But the whole time he's about to snap. He's begging to be fired. He's drinking on the job. He's going crazy. And then he finally kills somebody. Instead of losing them, he ends their life. And he even talks about it early in the film. I was like, why deny it that for a moment there you were God?
Yeah.
And he ends up killing the guy, and then he goes home and sleeps, or goes to sleep with his daughter.
Yeah, at the end of Taxi Driver, when he snaps and kills the pimps and everything, the epilogue, he does seem happy and like he got off scot-free. So maybe the whole, maybe both films are kind of about catharsis.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
But I mean, also the end of Taxi Driver has that last look that Robert De Niro gives, like that paranoid look. So he's not like okay.
Yeah.
He just got lucky that he rampaged a whorehouse or a pimp. So I don't know, maybe because I don't know. Because I haven't seen that with Martin Scorsese and Paul Schrader working together and then doing pretty much a similar movie, just EMTs instead of taxi drivers. Maybe it could be like, I don't know, because it seems like it could be open for interpretation.
Yeah.
Like some of his movies are.
Or maybe we're trying to read too much into it. And It's just.
Let me see the case. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look like a guy who's about to snap? With his eyes.
He's got the crazy eyes.
Yeah. And it's Nicolas Cage. You never know.
Alright, well, I don't have anything else.
That's it for me.
Yep. Alright. Remember, Devil's Due movie review. Giving the devil his due. If there's an underappreciated movie, we're going to check it out and give it its props. Till next time.
Props!